Welcome to the Voice of St. Anthony Parish from Allston, Massachusetts, right here on WROL 950 AM, 100.3 FM. You can also hear us at CatholicAudiomedia.com. That's CatholicAudiomedia.com. We come from St. Anthony Parish in Allston, Massachusetts. Well, we're continuing our interview with T. Michael Thomas. T. Michael Thomas is the founder of the People's Academy. You can find that at peoplesacademy.org, and that's located in Boston. And the People's Academy is an institution that T. Michael Thomas, called the Copper Man, by the way, who founded it, who runs it, and it trains people to learn the skill of sheet metal work and all different forms of metal, including copper. So we're going to switch over to our interview, part 2, with T. Michael Thomas from the city of Boston. So what you're saying is you're funding this yourself?
Absolutely. I've spent over $500,000 out of pocket. My triple decker, the third floor, second floor, my basement, the back of the house, side of the house, is the People's Academy. It's been.
Wow.
Yeah, you could come see for yourself.
Oh, yeah.
Channel 4 recently did an interview on us, and they aired it for like a month and a half.
How many students do you have?
Right now, I'm training 4 individuals to be instructors. Because Counselor Frank Baker and I, the Beasley Building on Marcy Boulevard, they're going to let us do a satellite location there.
Wow.
Hopefully soon, that we can train more individuals. People are coming to us from Baltimore, Chicago, Rhode Island, New York, Canada, New Zealand. These New Zealanders is coming in October to convince us, bring the program over here. And Boston is in a need for, especially what we do, it's a historic preservation, because we work on preserving the historic buildings with the slate and copper. So that's something that's needed, and yet still they will not support us to help these individuals to get off the street. Right now, I have 4 of them because that's what I can afford right now. Normally, at least 10, 15 of them.
So when you say that, you actually pay for their own tuition.
Exactly.
Wow.
Feed them. Sometimes, you have to clothe them. You have to go above and beyond. But they need our help.
As you're saying, when you give someone a skill, you give them the ability to as you say, to sustain themselves, work for themselves, and it decreases recidivism.
Yes.
But if they don't have the skill, as I learned this from Eugene Rivers, there are plenty of people on the sidelines saying, you can join us, and the words they use will be your family, and it's a gang.
Exactly. And then they go out there and they do your dirty deeds.
So you are doing what you can to get people out of that cycle, and trying to help people understand that this is the cause of the cycle. You don't have any kind of support outside. This is what Eugene Rivers used to say too.
Exactly. But the thing is too, that not only we're creating a working population that they could sustain themselves, the trade is transferable, so they can take this and go in any city, in any state, in even any country, and make a sustainable living out of it. And at the same time, it cut down on the recidivism, the street violence. Because if you're making good money, you're not going out there to sell drugs or to rob people. Plus, your work is all over where you're presiding. You take pride in what you do. Because when I see individuals, when they come to the program, they would say to me, a month or 2 later, they're like, hey, I haven't even spent my second check yet.
Because
I don't need to hit the street, because they're making good money. They're working with their hands. They're happy. They don't have to worry about the baby mama drama. They can pay their child support. They don't have time for the nonsense, and they're focused.
When you're talking students and talking about all this, what age group are we talking?
Okay, I'll put it to you this way. Last year, I had two women. One was 62. The other was 54, 55 last year.
So you're not just hiring students. So this isn't just for
people.
You're hiring people. Oh, this is
That's it.
this brings up a whole different, because there are well, you know it. There are plenty of people on the street who don't have the trades. They did fall through the cracks, and so these are the people that you're teaching.
Absolutely, and that's why every people, especially come June, I'm going to Baltimore to do a presentation, because they've been throwing everything in the kitchen sink, just asking me, please, just spend 2-3 days and present your program in front of our leadership. Same as New Zealand. They're coming back. Third trip from New Zealand in October to convince me to say, hey, they're bringing more folks. They want to see for themselves, can you please bring the program in? Same as Nevada and folks in the Virgin Islands. Same thing.
We'll be right back with more from T. Michael Thomas right after this. You can now leave a message for us, which we can air and discuss on this program. Just call 617-297-7452. That's 617-297-7452. 617-297-7452. Feel free to call, leave a comment, a question, or even feedback, and we may play it on the air. I can discuss your comment or question as well, so give that a try. 617-297-7452, 617-297-7452. Hey, and don't forget our website, CatholicAudiomedia.com. That's CatholicAudiomedia.com. You can check out the website. You can spread the word about what you're listening to. You can tell other people they can hear the program there. You can also see our podcast platforms. You can send us feedback. You can see our phone number, which you just heard. And you can also donate to the show if you want to help and support the program. Remember, just simply $5 a month can go a lot. And you know how much $5 a month is? $5 a month is nothing more than 1 cup of coffee at one of those pretentious coffee shops. You know the ones I'm talking about. Could I have a cup of coffee, please? Coffee? Well, do you want? And they have all different names for them, but it isn't coffee. Yeah, one of those places anyway, if you'd like to think about it. So anyway, CatholicAudiomedia.com. Remember, we come from St. Anthony Parish in Allston, Massachusetts. STAnthonyAlston.org. STAnthonyAlston.org. And you can even listen to the radio show over there. Let's get back to our interview with T. Michael Thomas, the Copper Man from the People's Academy in Boston.
These folks said this a long time ago in Newton Center. I was there at a synagogue. I was invited in to speak. And they said to me, you will be the David and Goliath story of this city. That was predicted, and I'm seeing it unfold.
And when was that?
That was over 15 years ago.
Now, let me ask how many students you have graduated through your program?
Hundreds.
Really?
Yeah, and a lot of them has moved on out of state, started their own stuff. They leave Boston because some of them are still here. You know, some of them are working in the union, some of them doing, it's not just construction. I have people that came through the program are in law enforcement, accountant, management, different career paths.
What happened was they got their feet on the ground through going through your program, as far as, you know, they got themselves established, they got themselves a skill, a trade that helped them to strengthen and build themselves up so that they could then go into either that program or other programs. I'm guessing that's what you're saying.
Correct. Yeah. So, it's proven. I can show you a video of Marty Walsh saying the work that T. Michael does is better than the building trades. I can show you Michelle Wu saying when they did it, because they did a documentary on me, they called it The Copper Man, where she was like, programs like this is what we need. Mike Flaherty testifying on behalf. Every elected official knows of this program.
We're going to talk more tomorrow with T. Michael Thomas of the People's Academy in Boston, Massachusetts, talking about the importance of teaching trades to help people to get off the streets, to get out of gangs, to get them resistant to being dragged into gangs and being recruited into gangs. So we're going to talk with him tomorrow. Remember, he's from People's Academy Inc. That's where you can find it, peoplesacademyinc.org. And you'll find his website, and you'll also see a picture of him working on one of his projects. And as he said, he does this whole thing within his, I guess it's triple decker in Boston. So we're going to hear more about that tomorrow. So tune us in. In the meantime, remember, we are here every single Monday through Friday at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. And we come from St. Anthony Parish in Allston, Massachusetts. You can find us at stanthonyalston.org, and you can come join us 10 o'clock on Sunday mornings. We'll see you tomorrow. I want to call your attention to Catholic TV, which offers great faith-filled, family-friendly programming 24 hours a day. You can find your cable channel at www.getcatholictv.com, and you can watch online on the free apps or check out the YouTube channel. Daily Mass, Rosaries, the Divine Mercy Chaplet, and the Our Lady of Perpetual Help Novena are all available online and on demand. Check out CatholicTV.com. If you would like to support our program, please consider a donation to St. Anthony Parish in Allston, Massachusetts. There are several ways to consider this. One is to purchase any of our merchandise, which you can find at the shopping tab at CatholicAudiomedia.com. That's CatholicAudiomedia.com. There are coffee mugs there. There's also my latest book, Encounter Christ in Your Humanity, all of which you can find at the shopping tab at CatholicAudiomedia.com. You can also donate to the show directly through either the Donate tab, also at CatholicAudiomedia.com, or by sending a donation through the U.S. Postal Service with your questions and comments at 43 Holton Street, Allston, Massachusetts, 02134. That's St. Anthony Parish, 43 Holton Street, Allston, Massachusetts, 02134. Finally, the best way you can support our parish is to attend Mass on Sundays at 10 o'clock and be a part of our parish. We thank you for any support you would like to give to St. Anthony Parish in Allston, Massachusetts, the sponsoring parish for this media outreach to Catholics and other Christians in the WROL, WEZE, and podcast listening audience. In Cristo vivimos.